contribute to, contribute to. Bring about, bring about. In return for, in return for. Of itself, of itself. Reach out for, reach out for. With the help of, with the help of. Consist of, consist of. Consist in, consist in. Be devoted to, be devoted to. Ahead of time, ahead of time. Be content with, be content with. Appeal to, appeal to. Ups and downs, ups and downs. May as well, may as well. Have difficulty in ing, have difficulty in ing. Mess up, mess up. Out of date, out of date. In practice, in practice. Just around the corner, just around the corner. Have nothing to do with, have nothing to do with. Can afford to do, can afford to do. A range of, a range of. Interfere with, interfere with. Interact with, interact with. Be willing to do, be willing to do. So to speak, so to speak. Have no choice but to do, have no choice but to do. Starve to death, starve to death. Take a measure, take a measure. Prive of be, prive of be. Set foot on, set foot on. For ages, for ages. No longer, no longer. Supply A with B, supply A with B. Come upon, come upon. Make a fortune, make a fortune. Up to date, up to date. Be suitable for, be suitable for. In one's shoes, in one's shoes. Be divided into, be divided into. Inform A of B, inform A of B. More or less, more or less. Cope with, cope with. In that, in that. Catch one's eye, catch one's eye. Fall apart, fall apart. From then on, from then on. In question, in question. Depart from, depart from. On business, on business. Dispense with, dispense with. At large, at large. Run for, run for. As a consequence, as a consequence. No wonder, no wonder. Make up for, make up for. Make up with, make up with. Of no use, of no use. Out of reach, out of reach. Be characterized by, be characterized by. Be composed of. Be composed of. By nature. By nature. Cannot help but do. Cannot help but do. In haste. In haste. Do without. Do without. In place of. In place of. Translate A into B. Translate A into B. Act on. Act on. Date back to. Date back to. Be overwhelmed with. Be overwhelmed with. Of late. Of late. Inferior to. Inferior to. Collide with. Collide with. Point of view. Point of view. Set in. Set in. Be dependent on. Be dependent on. At will. At will. In the meantime. In the meantime. Stand up to. Stand up to. Stand up for. Stand up for. Be exposed to. Be exposed to. May well. May well. Call on. Call on. Be busy ing. Be busy ing. To some degree. To some degree. Weed out. Weed out. Be correlated with. Be correlated with. Chances are. Chances are. Persist in. Persist in. Be bound to do. Be bound to do. Be bound for. Be bound for. In a flash. In a flash. Comply with. Comply with. Burst into. Burst into. To one's surprise. To one's surprise. Back off. Back off. Put to use. Put to use. At a glance. At a glance. By comparison. By comparison. Make it a rule to do. Make it a rule to do.